HYBE and Jimin at odds? Jungkook cried silently in the rehearsal room. The internal atmosphere behind the K-pop world stage was shaken again when news emerged that BTS's Jimin was involved in tensions with HYBE's management. While these rumors have not been officially confirmed, speculation grew wild when a staff member at HYBE's training building noticed Jungkook was silent for a long time and ended up crying alone in the corner of the training room at night. This incident, which occurred in the middle of the preparation of the upcoming project, making a lot of ARMY feel like something serious is going on, something bigger than just busyness or fatigue, according to unofficial sources circulating on South Korean forums. Jimin allegedly asked for more space for his solo projects, including more independent artistic decisions. However, the request reportedly did not immediately receive the blessing of management. Young still wants the BTS project and its individual members to remain within the confines of the company's strategy. Some fans also noticed that Jimin lately doesn't seem as cheerful as usual in some of the content HYBE has released. In the latest vlog uploaded last week, Jimin's facial expression looks flatter. Even the smile he showed seemed forced in some moments. If you've known Jimin this long, you can tell when he's holding something back, wrote one longtime fan in the Weverse community. His eyes are different, like hiding a wound. What makes this story even more heartbreaking is the report from a cleaning staff at the HYBE training building. Young claimed to have seen Jungkook come in the middle of the night to the third-floor rehearsal room, where they used to practice BTS choreography. The staffer, who goes by the anonymous name K, said, "I think he will only practice for a while, as usual." But he just sat, did not turn on any music. About 20 minutes later, I heard a small sob. She was crying, but not loudly. Just lowered his head, holding his knees. I retreated slowly, not wanting to interfere. This statement has not yet been fully verified, but not a few soldiers said they believed, because Jungkook was known as a very sensitive and empathic person, especially when it came to Jimin. The relationship between Jimin and Jungkook is known to be very close since they became trainees a dozen years ago. Many fans call them two sides of one mirror. One is gentle and caring, one is calm yet protective. If it is true Jimin is facing pressure or internal conflict. So Jungkook's reaction to withdrawing to the rehearsal room and crying alone was a sign of how deeply empathetic he felt. Some fans also mentioned that recently Jungkook had uploaded a mysterious sentence on his personal platform. "Sometimes silence is heavier than words," which is now considered to be the code of his feelings towards Jimin's situation. Until this news spread widely, there has been no official statement from HYBE regarding their internal relationship with Jimin. But this actually triggered a hashtag movement from the ARMY, such as #ProtectJimin, #LetJiminCreate, and #WeAreWithJungkook, which became a trending topic in various countries. If it is true that Jimin is injured because he lost his creative rights, we as fans will stand behind him, said one fan from Brazil. And if Jungkook cries because he can't protect his brother, we will be their shield. Industry watchers say that if this tension is true, then there will most likely be a compromise step on the part of management. Both Jimin and Jungkook are valuable assets that not only have artistic value, but also a strong emotional bond with global fans. Some theories suggest that they may release the song together as a form of emotional outlet and solidarity, even if it is only released in private platforms, not under direct HYBE. The song, according to unconfirmed whispers, has the provisional title Behind the Glass, which reportedly had been secretly recorded in a small studio outside the HYBE building. If this is true, then the world could witness the most honest and raw side of Jungkook's relationship in the form of a heartrending song. At 1:34 in the morning. The HYBE building is almost empty. The lights in some hallways are partially turned off, leaving only a dim light from the floor. But on the third floor, in the large rehearsal room that used to be where BTS rehearsed before the world concert, there is one figure still sitting leaning against the large glass wall. Jungkook. He's not practicing. Music is not played either. Just silence. His body is folded, hands hug his knees, and his head is lowered. His breathing is heavy, sometimes with a chill. Not because it's cold, but because of the burden that accumulates, emotions that cannot be channeled, and a sense of helplessness to see the person he cared about most. Jimin, struggling alone, he felt like a failure as a friend, as a brother, as someone who always promises, "I'll take care of you, Hyung," even if everyone doesn't understand. But now he can't do anything without Jungkook knowing. Someone approached. At first, the sound of the step was hesitant, but then more assertive. The door of the training room opened slowly, and in the doorway stood Jimin. He's not talking. He only saw Jungkook's back from a distance, shoulders that trembled slightly, a body that seemed smaller than usual. In his heart, Jimin felt the whole world collapse instantly, because he knew that when Jungkook cried alone, it meant that the wound was too deep. Without a sound, Jimin walked over. He sat slowly beside Jungkook and didn't say a word. Just touched Jungkook's shoulder, easy. A touch that is not pushy, but deep enough to say, "I'm here. I see you. And you're not alone." Jungkook paused for a moment, then slowly turned his head. His eyes were red, wet. He didn't try to wipe away those tears. He wasn't trying to pretend to be strong. "Hyung," he muttered, his voice hoarse. "I don't know what to do. I want to do something, but I don't even know what you're really going through." Jimin looked at him. A small smile appeared on the corner of his lips, bitter and sincere all at once. "I also don't know what to do," Jimin replied quietly. "But you sit here and cry because of me. That's more than enough." That night became a silent witness of two hearts that hurt each other, but still looking for each other. They sat for a long time in the rehearsal room. No camera, no staff, no fans screaming. Only two people shared each other's wounds in silence. "I feel like a failure," Hyung, Jungkook finally said. "We promised to take care of each other. But when you needed a place to lean, I didn't even realize you were fighting it all alone." Jimin took a deep breath. He leaned against the wall, staring at the dark ceiling. "It wasn't you who failed. I was too quiet. I'm afraid if I talk, things will get more complicated. I thought, if I hold on a little longer, it'll all be over. But it's not finished, is it?" Jimin nodded slowly. "No. It hurts even more." A few minutes later, Jimin opened the small bag he was carrying. Inside was a sheet of paper, a few lines of lyrics he had just written this afternoon. He gave it to Jungkook without saying a word. Jungkook read, and along with each line, he begins to understand it all: Jimin's anger, his sense of being restricted, his longing to be himself, and a sense of loneliness that he never expressed. "This is a song." "Huh?" Jimin nodded. "There is no melody yet. But if you want, let's do it together. Let's sing together. Not for chart, not for HYBE, but for us. For this pain." Jungkook hugged the lyrics to his chest. Then he looked at Jimin with eyes that were still wet, but now they were starting to light up. "I want to. Even if we're the only ones listening to this song. I still want to." Before dawn, the two of them sat in front of a small keyboard in the corner of the studio. Jimin picked up the slack. Jungkook followed in a low voice. There is no professional microphone, no mixing, no pressure. Only two voices could finally merge indefinitely, and for the first time in weeks, both were able to smile. Maybe HYBE will still set their pace. Perhaps the public spotlight will remain heavy. But that night, they have rediscovered something far more important: each other. And from the wounds hidden behind the cries of the night, hope is born. In a world full of spotlights, there are moments where even the brightest stars feel dim. But what keeps them shining is not popularity, but support for each other. If Jimin is facing a storm, then Jungkook is the umbrella that secretly accompanies him. And if Jungkook's tears are a reflection of his hurt heart for not being able to help more, it is a proof of love that cannot be expressed in words. ARMY can only hope. Hopefully the two can smile again. Not because they have to perform in front of the camera, but because they are completely happy, backstage, without pressure and with the freedom they deserve.